So Chris, welcome to Team Target. How does it feel to finally be here?
Yeah, it's a great, obviously unbelievable move for myself, and I'm just excited to get started. It's something that I've used in the past, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You're obviously no stranger to a few of our players on the roster, Luke Littler, Nathan Aspinall. Tell us a little bit how you know them.
Yeah, obviously me and Nathan's been good friends for years. We've both got our tour car together, and now in the same management as both Luke and Nathan. So yeah, we spend pretty much every week together. I see him more than I see my kids sometimes. So yeah, it's a great bond we've got as well, and it's a good management group. And like I said, with Luke and Nathan being with Target, I think there was nowhere else I was going to go after that, and it makes it easier as well. So yeah, it's great.
Going back to the start of the year, you started off very strong with a quarter-final at the Worlds, and then you followed that up with the first major of the year, the Masters. How did that get you a year off?
Yeah, it was great. Finally breaking my duck of the Worlds, I can say. Losing 5 out of the last 16s was pretty hard, and to finally break that curse and go out and reach the quarterfinals of the Worlds was a big thing for me, and it gave us that kick that I needed to go on to do better and better things. And it only took less than a month to go and do that by picking up my first major, and getting that shot in the Premier League has helped us massively in my career already. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the year.
Speaking of the Premier League, it wasn't just a quick first major, it was a quick first Premier League night. You won the first night of the Premier League.
Yeah, it was still hard to take in winning my first major, to go be selected by the Premier League for the Premier League, and to do all the media in Belfast, and then to go out and win the opening night. You know, people saying on social media I shouldn't have been in, and look, I was there to do my job. It wasn't my fault. Obviously they wanted their favourites in, but I was there to do one job, and I got selected, and I needed to do what I needed to do, and I went out there and forgot everything what was said and went and performed, and yeah, managed to win the opening night.
Well, and you beat Michael van Gerwen on the way to doing it, and then later on in the tournament you beat him 6-0.
Yeah.
How has playing against those sort of players helped your game kick on?
Yeah, playing against the best week in, week out has brought my game on massively. I'm playing some of the best starts of my career, and everybody knows that I've got a kind of a target on my back now. They know what I'm capable of, and it's just me knuckling down and performing on the night. I feel great. Everything about my game, I feel great. I feel that I'm ready to take that next step by winning more and more majors. So yeah, it just gives us that experience that I needed to play in big arenas and against the best in the world week in, week out, beating the likes of Michael, and yeah, to do it the way I did was something special.
And speaking of playing at those big arenas, there's now 2 very iconic walk-ons from yourself in Newcastle. How is it having that sort of crowd behind you?
Yeah, it was amazing. Obviously, I'd done it as a contender, and I thought you couldn't better that. But to go out and have war flags who mean something to me, obviously, they're at St James's Park every time I'm there, and yeah, that was a massive thing. And to have my family and friends there, I just wanted to go out and perform and not let them down. You know, I wanted to get a win. Obviously, didn't get the win the first night against Mensa as a contender, but managed to get there and beat Mike Smith in the first game at Newcastle, just to give the crowd a bit something, you know, and it meant a lot, that win up there.
Yeah. And what's the biggest difference between the Chris Dobey sitting in this chair and the one that took his first steps in the PDC?
Confidence, experience. I learn every game I play. I learn, you know. I think throughout my career, I think I'll still be learning till the day I retire. It's just, I didn't know what to expect when I first started. I've met so many great players in the past, and so many to this day, the likes of Steve Beaton, who was an idol, you know, for me, and now I sit at the table with him week in, week out on the Pro Tour, and just seeing that he's still here, throwing at the level he is, it means, you know, I've got a lot of years to look forward to, and now with Target, I'm hoping to do that.
And how did you first get started playing darts?
It was kind of an off chance. One of my friends was short of a player at his local dart team, and I was at the bingo with my mum. So yeah, they said, "Oh, do you mind helping out for the night?" And obviously, I left my mum to play my game of bingo as well as hers, and yeah, that was it. I went up, and no word of a lie, it was a double start league as well, and I had a 15 dart league double start on the, so it was kind of, yeah, I've got it, and they wanted us to play week in, week out for them, so I've never looked back.
What is it that keeps you motivated? So when you're on stage and maybe something's going against you, what keeps you going?
I'm kind of one of the players that don't beat themselves up. I always fight till the end, never give up. But also, it's not just for me now, it's for my little boy, my family, you know. He's in the back of my mind. Everything I do on that stage throughout my career is for him as well as for me. So
moving on to these, your new darts. Let's have a little look at them. Explain it to me. Why this barrel, this shape?
I've always been one. Even if you look in the past, when I used Target products, I used to use Colin Lloyd Stone Grip. It was a straight barrel, just had the grip at the back. So I've went for the grip at the back, obviously the black and white for Newcastle, you know, as they do. But yeah, pretty much straight barrel. That's what I've thrown for the last few years now, and I think my game's increased, and I've went on to better myself when I've threw the straight barrel, 23 grams, which I've thrown for the last few years as well. So
what's the biggest difference between this one and your previous barrel?
Just the grip. Obviously, I think it's shown in the past big TV events where the stage and the lights is getting to it, and I think I've just needed that extra grip where I hold my dart. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting used to these, and yeah, see how things go.
Obviously, they've got Swiss points, Swiss DX points. What's your initial thoughts on that as a system?
Yeah, it's a big thing for me. Obviously, I've had problems with points in the past, losing luggage as well. So hopefully, with Swiss points, if I can get these on the plane without having to put them under it, you know, you never know. But no, it's a big thing because I'll be using longer points, the 35mm, which I think I'm used to throwing a little bit longer point now, and I think that guides my darts into the way I like them to sit up, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And with these new arrows in hand, what is your goal for the rest of the year?
Hey, to start winning things, yeah, push myself up the rankings, get myself into that top 16, and then you're pretty much in everything as seeds. So yeah, I think looking at going into the Worlds, I think I'm estimated to be around 17. So just that little couple of deep runs in the majors on the floor, and yeah, hopefully I can do so.
And one last thing before we end, if you could look back at your career right now and say, there's one thing I wanted to do and I went out and I did it, what is it? To beat Glenn Durant at the World Championships, that I lost it. Honestly, there was so much going into that game. It wasn't the fact that I was playing a good friend and a rival, you can say, but I just hadn't beaten him in the PDC at the time, and I felt I should have never lost that game. So I think that was a big regret that I didn't win, because of what he had done in the game as well the following year or so. I felt that I'd done enough to win that match. Fantastic. Welcome to the team, Chris.
Cheers, man. Pleasure.